Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nerdcast. It is Devin, broadcasting as always live from an undisclosed location in the center of Texas on New Year's Eve 2022. How's everybody doing out there? Hope you're all having a good day. Hope you have a pleasant evening. Hope you ring in the New Year's in a appropriately awesome manner. It's the last broadcast of 2022. Wasn't sure I was going to broadcast today, but I decided I wanted to do some grinding in Tactics Ogre. And I was like, you know, so long as I'm going to be playing it, I may as well pop online and stream for a little bit. So here I am, one last stream, one last chance to ring out 2022. Early stream this time. Hey, Bianca, yes, early stream. It's a rarity for me to stream while the sun is still a little bit out, but here I am. Thanks for joining me. I hope you're having a good New Year's Eve yourself. But yeah, so, I don't think I'm gonna get to beating. I'm at the very end of Tactics Ogre. I don't think I'm gonna get to beating it today. I need to do a lot of grinding to get some. I gotta get my money up because I gotta get some items. So that was the whole reason for me coming on here today. If I do end up beating it, cool. I mean, I have no lack of games to queue up, but that's not what my intention is gonna be. I'm just gonna chill and grind and, you know. I don't know how long this is going to go on either. Maybe a couple hours? We'll see. It's dark at 6 p.m. here. I don't know where you're at, but what time is it even now? 5:30? Yeah, it's going to be dark. By the time 6 p.m. rolls around, it'll be a little dark. So, yeah. This is not my favorite time of the year, I'll tell you that much. The seasonal affective disorder hits me when the sun starts going down really early and the weather starts to get cold. Although it's pretty hot today. It's almost 80 degrees here today, so, you know, so much for the winter. Super underrated game, Brave Fencer Musashi. Maybe I'll give that game a playthrough sometime. I don't think that game gets nearly enough recognition. I love the soundtrack. Florida. Okay. Not quite the same, but somewhat similar boat. Oh man, I got my ass stomped last night. Hey, what's going on here? Why isn't my controller working? There we go. Yeah, this is the one I want.
Tactics Ogre.
That transition was cool. What transition? From the opening video of this game to the menu screen? Oh, OBS. Oh, yeah. Okay, my transition. You mean, this little ditty right there? That is a pretty cool transition, I'm not gonna lie. I've been using it for a while. I've actually been thinking about switching it up to a different theme, but I actually do kind of enjoy this one right here. "1995, the year I was born. Thank you for making me feel really old." Yes, that transition. Yeah, I'm a big fan of it myself. I've been using it so long now, though, that I barely even recognize it, so it's cool when other people point it out. Alright, what are we dealing with here? Really? This is it? No beasts. I'm gonna put my swordsman in then. Trying to see if I can make one for OBS. I use Streamlabs OBS. I don't know if the themes for regular OBS are compatible with it or not. I haven't used regular OBS in a long time. Although they're both, you know, pretty much the same thing. This just has like a slightly easier interface, and it's much, well, if you pay, I guess, it's much easier to dual stream rather than having to make some convoluted setup. We're just landscapers at this point, just walking around, cutting down trees and bushes. Jesus, how many hit points does this fucking tree have? Dang, you got lots of peoples. This isn't even... Oh, wait, you mean overall, like on my character select screen? Yeah, I do. I bulked up my army quite a bit. Although I still end up using, like, the same 12 people. Why do I only do 1 point of damage to this thing? It doesn't make any sense. Like, I could one hit a fucking dragon, one shot a 2,000 hit point dragon, but like for this little shrub, I can only do 1 point of damage at a time. Ah, fuck it. Hit him too. Only 3. Oops. Not much for you to do here so far. We're really kind of spreading our damage around. Generally not a smart move, but we are much stronger than these guys, so I'm not super worried about it. Hey, yo, what's up, Royal? How you doing? Nice hat. Thank you, thank you. It's funny because it's a Fortnite hat, but I've never actually played Fortnite. I got this hat, I think, when I was, for a small period of time, I very briefly worked on Fortnite. And, we got these hats as a function of working on that game. But I never played it, and I'm still pretty clueless about the game. I'm trying to get a new banner for my channel for the new year. Oh, nice. Are you doing it yourself, or are you looking for an artist to do it? I know you said you had an artist make your profile picture before. Well, I'm gonna leave that dude to the wizard, cause that preempt is gonna hurt me. I'll do double. I'll do double impact. I don't think she can reach. Oh, she can. Awesome. He's got preempt on 2 now. Oh, and he's healing. Let's deal with you. Well, preempt? No, I guess it doesn't work on special abilities, just melee attacks. Good to know. I'm making cornbread. You know, I wish I liked cornbread. I'm not a big cornbread person, but I guess maybe depending on what you eat it with, it could be really good. What are you making with your cornbread, or are you just making cornbread? If only this dude had meditated a little bit more. You can at least finish this one off. It's lucky for the new year. You gotta get into it. I'm making black-eyed peas and collards later. Yeah, I usually do black-eyed peas, even though I don't like black-eyed peas either. I'm a bad southerner. I'm a bad southerner, not liking cornbread or black-eyed peas. I do like collard greens, though. So at least there's that. I left all that gear on the floor. I'm not happy about that. I should have picked up all those bags. Are you, do anything tonight to celebrate the New Year's, Royal? Again, no beasts. I can't eat any of those anymore. Wait, how come? Why not anymore? Are you just sick of it, or you have an allergy, or what? I was thinking about going out, but like people here drive so shitty on a regular day that I'm kind of anxious about going out and dealing with people who have been drinking. Fair enough. Fair point. I know that's very like worst case scenario of me, but no, it's a fair point. It's good to think about. That's definitely worth thinking about. My IBS, I got you. Believe me, I understand that as well. It's a cruel thing that there are such delicious foods out there that can really fuck you up. In that nom stream with Brian, I sent Tony my tests that kept shouting, or my text that kept shouting, "Wait, you can't eat blank." Yeah, that's the other hard part about doing like, you know, food-centric stuff like that is that if you can't eat a lot of it, then it's really just kind of torturous. It's a real tease. So I bought some Prosecco, and I'm gonna make collards and black-eyed peas, and I don't know. Okay, well, I mean, that sounds cool, too. I didn't really buy anything to celebrate here, so I very likely will end up going out. But tomorrow I want to start on our book. Yes, we need to talk about, you know, plans and goals. We need some New Year's resolutions on, you know, when we want to start delivering stuff. I'm for it. I'm for it. Gotcha, bitch. Ah, didn't finish him, though. I had a pizza, so I'm torturing myself at the moment. Hey, enjoy that pizza. Earlier today, I went to a place in town called Ho Ho Chinese Barbecue, which is one of my favorite places. And I'm not gonna lie, I pigged the fuck out at that place in a pretty colossal way. Come on, finish the job. Pincher. Really? Neither one of you dudes? So today I definitely had a pig out day. I have to refrain from rice, which sucks because rice is like amongst my favorite things to eat. But, you know, it's pretty much a disaster for my blood glucose shit. What was that? But I did a pretty good job of refraining from eating a bunch of rice. Much as I wanted to do that. That guy's going next. I need to... There's no way for me to attack him without wrecking two of my other dudes. How much am I gonna wreck him? That's not worth it. He's already close to death. I'm just gonna focus on this guy. Hold on a second. I left that door open so y'all can go in and out, but don't cause trouble. I'm telling you, don't cause trouble. Oops. Gotcha. Got him anyways. How about wild rice? I mean, pretty much any kind of rice. Any rice will do it. Rice is pretty bad for your glucose levels. Do I really need to do that? Do I need to get her in the fray? I will, actually. Why not? Why not? Do your damage. Oh man, what the fuck? I don't know if he'll be able to have a direct line. Oh, he does. Okay, cool. Do that. That doesn't work on enemies. It's just allies, right? It better not. Yeah, it just says allies. Let's start picking up these bags this time. You can still attack. Let's go after that ninja. Damn it, he got that other bag. I can't have milk or white rice, but I can have brown rice and wild rice. Okay, well, I mean, at least you can have some kind of rice. Like, fried rice with brown rice is still really delicious. You know, that's still good. I tried doing that, substituting brown rice, but it had the same impact. So, can't really do that. You go down here. They may need your help down here. I've seen games where it helps allies, like what? Wait, what? Helps allies. Who needs healing? That dude is beefing up. Good job. Go after this ninja. Actually, you know what? I want to try using this other one. I've never used this one before. Actually, let me go back. Let me rewind. It's rewind time. How appropriate to make that reference on New Year's Eve. It's rewind time. Enemies. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought you meant, but yeah, like I hate games like that. And this game does that too. It's very selective. Like there are some AoE spells where if you cast it, then it'll hurt enemies and allies in the region, but if the enemy casts it, sometimes it'll hurt their allies and you, but then other times it'll just hurt you. What the hell are you guys doing? You're gonna hurt yourself. Here, see this? Go get it. You know what? You head over here. See if you can't help whittle them down a little bit. Damn, what the fuck? He took a lot of my health. Alright, you're gonna have to go heal homeboy over here. Oops, that's gonna hit. Damn, that hurt her too. Oh well. See if I can't get this guy on a pincher attack. Nope. Oh shit. Just out of range, but I want to get that bag first. Gotta make sure I get all the stuff I can. Just that ninja that's left. Maybe she can hit him. Maybe she can hit him. I think she can. I think she has a line of sight right here. Nope, just out of range. Just out of range. Oh yeah, good cornbread. I've done it again. Nice. If I liked cornbread, I would be jealous of that. Maybe I should be jealous anyways. I don't know. I don't know. Never had your cornbread before. Dragons. Alright, so then my Dragoon needs to come back. No, not you. And we need to get rid of the Beast Bane in exchange for Dragon's Bane and Dragon Slayer. It's just the Jiffy Mix? Oh, okay. Here, I thought that you were, like, grinding your own homegrown cornmeal. I'm gonna hang around because hopefully my Dragoona will buff us all. Well, not him. He doesn't really necessarily need it. But he's gonna smack the shit out of him with a book. Can he hit with the... He can. Go for it. I think she can reach him too. Maybe. She can. Alright. Just what I was waiting for. Go finish the job on this guy. Well, maybe not finish the job, but close to. Man, these guys have a lot of health. I shouldn't have wasted my Dragoons. Well, he doesn't have enough MP to actually... Beat the shit out of him with your book again. Killed by a book slap. Gotta try not to eat it all before midnight. Just a Jiffy Mix. One of these characters looks like my sister. Wait, who looks like your sister? I hope it's not Albin here. Let's get that guy. Whose Rampart aura is keeping me from moving to this square? It's kind of annoying. Monique with the headband. Oh, you mean Veronique. Wait, you're the only one who got juiced up by that? What is going on here? Why is this a space I can't move past? What's giving off this? Oh, it's you. It's this guy. Alright, well, let's fucking deal with you right away then. You mean her? This girl? Veronique? Maybe it is your sister. Maybe your sister's running around in this world killing dragons. Denim's hurting too. He's not hurting so much. I'll do right here. Rampart Aura is really annoying. They're like boxing me in here. I'll kill this guy down low. Alright. I guess she can go deal with this fairy. And no, I do not mean that in a derogatory manner. Who has... Alright, head this way. Oh, he picked up the bag. You dickhead. Yeah, go berserk over that. You don't get my bag. I get the bag. Yeah, drop that bag. Now I'm gonna go pick it up. Nice. Ah, gotcha. Let's keep going. See what we're dealing with here. Undead and a dragon, so same crew. Let's go, victory. Hell yeah, we're just storming through these marshes like the fucking Golden Horde. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ba-da-ba-ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum-ba-dum-bum. I don't think she can reach from here. Oh, she can. Damn, that's some distance. Do 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 do. Now's not the time to go berserk, buddy. I appreciate that you're getting hyped for this battle, but right now you're just gonna hurt your friends. Well, he got rid of it there. BRB, okay. Do 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 do. Let's get that guy. Pincher. Heck yeah. Ah, not enough. Damn. Don't attack. Damn it! I did not want you to do that. Got rid of my fucking Dragon Slayer. Or my Dragon's Bane, rather. The world is her oyster. She could either attack this dude. He's got 198. That'll drop him. She could attack this dude. That'll drop him. She can't kill that one. You know what? Let's go with this guy over here. Oh, there's an octopus over there. I didn't even notice that. Can she reach that guy? She can't. She can reach this guy, though. Ah, you dick! She got the bag! Alright, we're going after this person next. Take her down, boys. Got her. Big mistake going after that bag. The little skeletons are so cute. OMG, the little fairy sprite. OMG, love octopus. You like all the little creatures in this, then. The octopus is kind of neat. I will say that. Oops. He's probably going to perish here after these next couple of attacks, though. Because this dude is juiced up himself. Let's do Mighty Impact. They're so cute. Maybe they should make little enamel pins of these sprites then. That's a good merch opportunity. Yes. I mean, maybe they make them. I don't know. I'll have to check eBay or Etsy or something. Maybe more likely to be a thing on Etsy. I think that would be cool, though. Little enamel pins of these sprite characters. It's all fun and cute until they end up in a hentai. Oh, jeez. Shadow Knight, why'd you have to take it to that level? Oh, welcome back to the stream. Well, I mean, I don't really need Dragonbane anymore. That guy is like on his last leg. May as well send him over the top. Wait, hold on. 252, 293. Well, let's do that. It's going berserk again. Don't know if I'll be able to do a line of sight attack from here. Maybe. Maybe I can squeeze it in between those two. Nope. Can't do that. I'll just use this one then. Damn, she can almost go over there and finish it. She doesn't have any... Wait, she does. She has a distance attack. We gotta hold off on killing this guy. Ah, he parried me anyways. There we go. Got that bag. Yeah. Also, hey Devin, how's your Saturday been treating you? Been okay so far. I devoured a ton of amazing Chinese barbecue for lunch. When I see octopus and think tentacles, I can't help it. Fair enough, fair enough. The stuff on Etsy is mostly Final Fantasy Tactics stuff. I mean, same thing, kind of. It takes place. It's made by the same people and takes place in the same world, so as close as you're gonna get to a Tactics Ogre enamel. It's hard to narrow searches on Etsy. They don't have a very good operators for that. Gwaine? What's Gwaine? Oh, it's the skeleton's name? Yeah, that is kind of funny. All of the creatures have some unique name, and they're pretty silly, so at a certain point, I just kind of, like, gloss over it. But yes, this skeleton's name is Gwaine. He's having a hard day, too. I think this contains the undead as well. Yep. Same crew, I guess. No dragons. Maybe I'll swap out my dragoon for the spell sword. Or not spell sword, the swordsman. R.I.P. Gwaine again. Yeah, he's had a pretty rough go. This is Lysa. Leofwin? Or Leofwin? Morgant, which is an existential crisis for one of my archers because my archer's name is also Morgant. Reynard. Iluse. Peripanos? Wow, that's a very elaborate, flamboyant name for an octopus. Peripanos. But it also seems appropriate to be an octopus's name. It seems Greek. Maybe he's in the Greek Mediterranean. Periparos. Aylmer, which is almost like Elmer. Ad Miranda? So just Miranda with ad in front of it. So these are the guys I'm going up against. I guess I can't say anything. This character's name is Minerva. This guy's name is Denim, like a denim jacket. Let's just move ahead. It's not helpful when he goes berserk and there are no enemies around. It just basically almost guarantees that he's just going to end up hurting one of my other dudes. What were your favorite things of this year? Oh man, what a question. Oh man, what a yawn. The Daggerfall streaming was good. That was fun. Met a lot of people, got a lot of followers. That was a good thing. When Lauren came and visited, that was super fun. Even though, you know, we were both recovering from COVID at the time. Not so fun on that front, but well, what are you gonna do? Adopting these kitties, that was also a really cool thing. You know, this was a pretty tough year in a lot of respects, but, you know, it had some really good highlights. Those were all pretty good moments. What about you? What would you say your favorite moments of the year are? So I'm gonna go ahead and go after this dude. What about when you played Morrowind? Joking, of course. Yeah, that was not quite the highlight that Daggerfall was, for certain. I mean, I had some fun moments in Oblivion. I liked Oblivion. What is this gonna do? Not much at all. All my heavy hitters are down low. I need to bring somebody up top. You go up top. Gosh, I don't know. Oh, lol, I was kind of fueled by rage this year. Fueled by rage. Well, it's not always the best motivator. Sometimes it can be. Rage can sometimes be a very effective motivator. But, in plenty of instances, it just ends up being more of an inhibitor than anything else. Let's juice my boys up a bit. Octopus is moving. Yes, do that. Stay put. Yo, Happy New Year, bro. Yo, Retro Bro, what's up, man? Happy New Year's to you, too. It was good streaming with you the other night. It led to me, last night, it led to me going on a bit of a tangent about Saturn games, to be honest. I went and pulled out my Saturn RPG collection and went on a bit of a spiel about them. Who can I wreck? That may be overkill for that dude. I don't know if I want to... I mean, it'd be nice to take another guy off the board, but... I'm gonna use it on this guy instead. Is this the Saturn version? No, this is just from Steam. Tactics Ogre Reborn that they released about a month ago on Steam. I never got the Saturn version. I started importing some RPGs, but you know, I'm not a fluent reader of Japanese, so there's only so much I can do with that. Oh wait, you can do your special too, can't you? Hell yeah. There's a lot of great Saturn JRPGs that have had translations. For the ones that have been officially released, I think I have most of them. For the ones that are unofficial, I never really got into the whole modding, the modding thing for it. At first, I just didn't want to mod my Saturn when, you know, you had to have a chip installed. But then I have the little cartridge that you could use to play import games too. But as far as like burning, I know, and I talked about this about the Shining Force 3 scenarios 2 and 3. There's a fan translation, and you can do an ISO rip and apply a patch that displays a localized version of it. I've always been interested in trying that. I just never actually, you know, got around to doing it. Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Keep bunching up like this. The octopus is moving. You know what? Let's start finishing these dudes off. What are even the advantages of modding your Saturn? Is it just so you can play fan translations? Nah, Shuanai, you don't need to mod them anymore to play hack translations. Just get an action replay with pseudo Saturn Kai software on it. Yeah, I have that action replay somewhere around here. It may actually still be in my Saturn. I'll revisit all that one of these days. Allows you to play burned games and all the games with modded patches and translations. Have you played Shining Force 3 with the translation, with the fan translation? Like, that's always been, like, on the top of my list. Like, the only reason why I even like games like Tactics Ogre is because I got into Shining Force 3 in high school, and that was one of the few new releases, you know, in the last release cycle of Saturn games. Why aren't you meditating? You're really making this a pain in the ass without meditating. That guy's gonna pop up again. Really? Alright, well, I guess we just... Well, that guy's gonna pop up by the time we drop these other guys. Oh, shit. Let me see if I can't. Huh, okay, fair enough. I know next to nothing about the Saturn, but I did consider picking it up. I'm telling you, go back to that store and pick it up, man. Hackers have even fixed the SOTN bugs. Nice. Oh, so you have played it. Awesome. Yeah, I'm jealous of you. Maybe I will do it. Now, that's making me want to do it. I have the Japanese, you know, Shining Force 3 sitting over there. You know, honestly, I should just really learn Japanese again. Oh, I have a new one, Stone Bloom. Damn it! Run away, run away. Oh god, that guy's about to pop back up. Head over this way. Are you ready to start doing exorcisms? No? God, that costs so much MP. You screwed me again, Costanza. Best I can do now is just heal some people and weather the storm of revivals. Actually, I'm not even going to do that. I need to save that MP. Good luck, everybody. Didn't you live in Japan? Yeah. I was I lived there for 6 years when I was a kid. This guy popped back up, so let me see if I can drop him again. Not with just that alone, but she can finish the job here. Oh, this guy is still over here. What's up, guy? Shouldn't have turned my back on you. Shouldn't have put her in the way that way. I guess it doesn't matter. He has one hit point. Just throw a rock at him. There. It's always fun to drop him with a rock. Oh, I forgot about that. Somehow I just wasn't paying attention to the octos. It's about time you fucking meditated. Alright, who's gonna pop up first? I guess this guy is. I'm rereading my live journal from this year. You still maintain your live journal? Gee, that's dedication. That's dedication like I've never seen before. It's about weirdos I talked to in the public library and how much I was reading, or how much I was ready for my coworker to bang me out. Oh, you're in this entry from May 12th. I mean, you don't need to share what your journal entry is, but I am curious as to what I was doing on May 12th. When there is weather in this game, does it affect anything, or is it just fun effect? It affects things. It affects your accuracy. If there's a storm, it affects your accuracy. So you could either summon a storm to mess up your enemies, or there's an item you could use to clear away a storm. My friend, oh, this is the entry. My friend Devin has been playing Daggerfall, so I will probably watch him do that. I have never seen this game before, so it is very fun to watch. Everyone in the game has been the dumbest ass name on the fucking planet. LMAO. Also, people love Daggerfall, and they come in the stream and do mad dad jokes. Yeah, there was a lot of dad jokes going on, too. Daggerfall fans have all the puns. Yeah, that is definitely true. A true statement. The Daggerfall run was a lot of fun. I will say that. That was a good time. That was a weird time. It was totally unanticipated. But, you know, that's a part of what... Wait, why is... Oh, I know why. I know why. He has Exorcism 1, which only costs 34 MP to cast. But I think I put Exorcism... Oh, yeah, I did. She has Exorcism 2. Wait a second. Hold on a second. Why doesn't it tell me how much that costs? You know what I might do? Let me see if I've never actually, I didn't notice that I don't remember that she had that. I'm gonna use Exorcism on that guy. Go deal with that octopus. Not yet, not yet, not yet. Yeah, I could do it on both of those guys at once. Awesome. If I had known that, I would have been much more particular about my casting. Trying to pick up all the loot before this battle ends. Go as berserk as you want, buddy. You're not getting anywhere near the action anymore. Alright, now we can kill the octopus. Alright, there we go. Just barnstorming through this marsh. Keep at it, keep at it. Let's see what's going on here. A bunch of octopus. Alright, so I'm gonna get my Beastmaster back. My Dragoon. I'm gonna replace his Dragon's Bane with Beast Bane and his Dragon Slayer, or with Beast Slayer. Oh, if you want to learn Japanese again, I recommend Pimsleur? What? Which is semi-expensive, but maybe not for you, and it's access to all the languages. Wait, what does that mean? Maybe not for you. Like I'm fucking Wilford P. Moneybags over here. It's expensive for the plebeians, but not for you, sir. And inflation comes for us all. Nah, you don't take that one. Somebody else needs that more than you. But I do want you to... No, actually, you know what? Stick around. Stick around the Dragoon. I want him to give Beast Slayer to all of us. Like, you make more money than I do. It's 20 a month. Okay, 20 a month. Eh. I mean, I'll tell you, I just cut off a lot of services. Like, go and write down the list. Like, all of these things that I used to pay monthly for. Just like, nope, 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 nope. And I don't know if I want to pick up a $20 a month thing. Like, when I get to the point where I'm, like, actually a lot more serious about it, maybe. Maybe I'll just do some super cramming in a month and then kill it after that month. Because, I mean, there's a lot of free resources, too. And it's not entirely gone from my mind. It's back there. It's in there. I just need to bring it back to the surface. So, you know, maybe I'll do that. Maybe at some point I'll plan, like, a month-long relearn Japanese grind on that app. And then ditch it. Ew, 20 a month? I don't know. Might as well just use Duolingo. I know somebody that's using Duolingo for French, and I also want to learn French. Actually, that's another one that I need to relearn. I was never fluent in French, but I knew a little bit. Took it in high school and in college, but, you know, if you don't use it, you lose it. And I use French even less than I use Japanese, so it definitely evaporated. But I would like to relearn it again. Does it only rain in this game, or does it also snow? I've never seen snow. I've never seen snow. I've only ever seen rain. There we go. It would be cool if they had it would be cool if they had snow. I feel like Duolingo has not been very effective for me in terms of like learning things in order that makes sense, but it is good for making things fun like a game. Yeah, I guess it depends on what your goal is in learning the language. Like if you just want to learn the language, then maybe something like Duolingo is good enough, but like if your intention is to become like fluent enough in it to be able to have conversations that or conversations that make sense, then maybe Duolingo isn't the way to go. Damn it! I was saving that. I was saving my Beast Slayer for you, you son of a bitch. This guy isn't. Go to sleep. This guy isn't meditating either. Now she needs to be healed. Ah, you bitch. Woke him up. There's another website that is good for gamifying learning called Closemaster, but I don't know what languages they have. I've been watching this lady on YouTube who is a polyglot, and it's really interesting to see what they recommend in terms of studying and resources. Polyglot. Refresh my memory on what a polyglot means. Closemaster has Japanese. Okay, I'll look into that then. Oh, like she speaks multiple languages. Oh, okay. I think she has up to 7? Okay. She's a CIA agent then. That's what that means. If you're speaking 7 languages, you are definitely a CIA asset. There's no other explanation for it. Oh shit, he needs to be healed too. What the fuck? I know people who unironically... Wait, hold on. Someone who speaks multiple languages? Okay, yeah, polyglot. I know people who are unironically just love learning languages because it's fun. There's polyglots who will go on to VR chat, for example, and chat with people in their languages just because it's nice to talk to new people. I think Lauren is like that. I mean, she knows... Obviously, she knows English, but she knows Japanese and Korean now. So, I think... like she may have that mental makeup. Pretty positive she's not a CIA asset, but never say never. So she's Chinese. She is doing her PhD in France, so she speaks French. She said her English was abysmal, so she learned English, and she is also learning Arabic, Persian, Turkish, and German. Okay, that's a lot. I feel like there would be some similarities between Arabic and Turkish, maybe even Persian. But German is way left field from all of that. Actually, I think she lives in Germany now. Yeah, Lauren is totally like that. She was learning Chinese too. Yeah, she told me that she was learning Chinese as well. That's crazy to me. I wish I had that ability, honestly. Damn, not even hardly a dent in those guys. Oh shit. Alright, guys, we need a new strategy. Oh, he's dead. Fuck. Beast Slayer, you really let me down on this one. They just rolled right up on us, no problems. Oh yeah, now you're gonna do it, huh? Let's see if I can't take this guy off the board. Crushed him. I'll bring Albin back a little later. Let's do some cleanup here real quick. Oh, wait, I didn't mean to heal her. I didn't want to... Back up, back up, back up. I didn't want to heal her. I wanted to heal Veronique. Oh, wait, she was already healed. Okay, that's right. I did heal her. All right, juice her. Juice her up. This guy's not doing any meditating. Let's see if I can't. Put him back to sleep. Nope, not this time. Rio 6, 430. Going after my wizard. $313, that's not a lot. I mean, I guess it's more than my other stuff does. Okay, I'm gonna go cook for this evening, but I'll talk to you later. If you do some language learning, let me know. I was real crazy about it for a little bit, but now I'm only doing one language instead of 4. Yeah, I'll let you know. But we need to talk about our comic plan. So I'll reach out to you probably, I don't know about tomorrow. I'll probably be recovering tomorrow. But at some point this week, I'll reach out to you so we can, discuss plans and whatnot. Because I do really want to get that going. But enjoy your New Year's. I'm jealous of the delicious food you're making. I'm probably going to make my leftover Chinese here in a bit. But, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll have some cornbread maybe. And I know I'm having black-eyed peas tomorrow. So we'll see. Have a good night. Happy New Year's to you. Happy New Year's to you. I hope you ring in the New Year properly. $284. Go ahead and get this guy. Actually, what is this guy at? Probably should have targeted him, honestly. Damn, so close. I'm guessing this isn't going to be any different. Damn it, they were just out of reach. Well, what about using it on these two then? Works for me. I don't want you dying on us. It'll probably take more than a couple of rounds to finish this, so... Didn't want to use that stone, but I'll go ahead and use it. I don't think I can reach from over here. Oh, I can. Ah, but she's in the way. God damn it, of course. She just had to be in the way. That would have totally taken her out, too. She's always just out of reach. Oh, what a dumb idea. What are you doing? And you still couldn't kill her off. Why did it take you so long to move? Whew, this is quite a run. Oops. 184 broads Oberiths. One bronze Oberith is 250 goth. So how much is this then? How much do I have it up here so far? It's 45,000 goth. Okay. So one silver is 1,000. I have 15. So. That's plus 45. 60,000. Coppers I don't think are worth much. Yeah. So I only have 65 grand Which might be enough for me to stock up on what I need for my items, but I'm gonna keep going. Wait, hold on a second. All right. Griffin. All right, I'm still on Beast. Penelope. Do 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 Ba-dum-bum. I've also been putting a lot of thought into the new kinds of things I want to do on the stream in 2023. But talking to my buddy Dina, who has been out of streaming for a little while because of an injury she suffered, but she's doing PT right now, and she's interested in streaming with me. She does more IRL streams, though, and I'm interested in doing that as well. I just don't know, like, what over. So, might be doing some IRL streams in the future. Not sure just yet. You get that. Going berserk again. This guy's just going berserk left and right. Can I get that magic boost? Damn it, just out of range. I can get this, though. And the crits apply to magic, so maybe I'll crit this dude. Nope. Let me actually... I don't know if that was the best location for me. Yeah, let me do this. Can I do this? There we go. Damn, that guy just got completely run through. Gotta get those priests, though. Wait, what? How could I fuck him up with my book? 138, 238, 420. How does it do less damage as it goes up higher in... I don't... Does it apply a status effect? Short-range spellbook attack that deals crushing damage to a single tower with a torrent of power. That doesn't say much. Short-range spellbook attack that deals crushing damage to a single tower with a barrage of blows. Has a chance to leaden. Okay. And then this is just... Well, I'll do... Ah, I'm stunned anyways, so... Failure. What about you? That's not enough. Oh, shit. Don't need this anymore, but I guess it's cool to juice us anyways. Why not go after this guy? Heal's not gonna save him. It's not gonna save him. Tried to warn you. Shit. She should heal, but instead she's gonna take her frustrations out and get herself a kill. Damn it, just out of reach. Oh, that guy dropped a bag. Whew. This is a journey. What time is it? I wanted to peek in on Max's stream for Brian's retirement thing. What is this? I think now is, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do the whole, I'm not going to do all of this. What's up, Souks? How you doing, you little black weasel? How you doing, you little weasel? 77,000. Okay, that's not bad. Plus, I've got a bunch of stuff to sell. Nice. Sugi, I'm making money, Sugi. Mage Bane ban? What does that do? Oh, magic defense raises. Somebody could use that for certain. Alright, now, what do I need? I need a lot of these. I need a few of these. And I need a metric fuck ton of these. Let me re-equip. I gotta get him off of these things. Okay, I'm gonna have to buy some more essences then. I have these salves. I'll put him on the salves. Why does she have that? She doesn't need that. Okay, I think that's good. And now, having done that, I know I need a bit more. I need a bit more of these. Yes, how can I help you? How can I help you, lady? Oh, you just want to get rubbed down, huh? Oh, look at that stretch. Look at that stretch. You're just flipping around all over the place. Where's your sister? Causing trouble? 2 more of those. I think we're good. Can you not upgrade linen slops? Wait, Cannabis has linen slops equipped? I thought that, can he not do... Yeah, he can fucking do leather leggings. What about, can he do chain? You do chain. You can't do Balder. Cannabis, you've been running around this entire time with linen slops? All right, buddy, you're getting a big upgrade there. Who else is in linen slops?
Just give the word. What do you say?
So the wizards can't wear leather leggings. Okay, so the only thing the wizards can wear are the slops. Fair enough.
What do you say? Come again.
I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Next time I play this, it will be for the capital. There is something I wanted to look at, though. It's just popped up on my thing. I may log off of this in a bit so I can get myself some food and then probably pop in on Brian's his retirement stream. But I want to see what this dude has to say about this. Legacy Killer HD. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm not entirely... Sometimes this dude's content is a bit sketchy.
You know, we always go back to the books as our main source. You know, we also knew, though, that Blood of Elves, which season 2 covers, was going to... You know, we always go back to the books as our main...
This is in reference to The Witcher on Netflix. This guy, he covers Witcher stuff, but, like, he covers it the same way that those annoying Star Wars nerds cover Kathleen Kennedy. So, even though there's a lot of valid consternation against the showrunner for The Witcher, a lot of it I think is overblown and hyperbolic. A lot of it's legit, but I think a good deal of it is overblown and hyperbolic. So I just want to see what this latest article is about. There was also something that popped up that seemed totally bogus, and I'll talk about that, you know, after this.
You know, we also knew, though, that Blood of Elves, which season 2 covers, was going to be a particularly difficult book to adapt. So we knew that we would have to inject some new stories in there. We always try to make sure that our stories match the tone that Sapkowski intended, though. That's our most important thing, and that's the thing that he asked me to do at the very beginning, which is to represent the spirit of the work more than the actual page-to-page itself.
Since the beginning of this production of The Witcher on Netflix, showrunner Lauren Hissrich's remarks on the source material and being faithful has been a little bit everywhere. As you saw in that clip, it came just a couple of years ago, but she keeps making these remarks about only keeping to the tone and spirit of the books, and something that she has not been saying recently, and something that she didn't say years back. Actually, before season 1, this is a viral post that went on the Witcher subreddit. Will I move through the books and start changing people's cultural heritage or ethnic makeup or gender because I'm feeling really liberal that day? No. That's ridiculous and contrary to what any writers would do because we're storytellers. Story comes first. Clearly not.
Wait, what? Sorry, I was messing around with my live stream settings here now that I'm moved away from gaming and kind of just reacting here. Just moving away from that, clicking on my settings, but I want to make sure I understand what I just heard there, because that sounded kind of strange. Only half paying attention to it. What are you doing? You can jump up here if you want. Oh, Suki, what are you doing? Come on. You want to hang out with me? You can hang out with me. It's not illegal. It's not illegal. Will I move through the book and start changing people's cultural heritage or ethnic makeup or gender because I'm feeling really liberal that day? No. That's ridiculous and contrary to what any writer would do because we are storytellers. Story comes first. Okay. Because I'm feeling liberal that day. I'm not really for certain what that means, but I mean, they did do a lot of those changes. You know, they did make some change. I don't know. The cultural heritage doesn't make sense because it's all fictional. It's a fictional world. There is no cultural heritage in the continent, you know, the rich heritage of Rivia, you know, whatever, you know, Kovir, like it's all made up, and there's not really a great deal of depth in there to begin with. Now I know that it's all based off of, you know, Slavic history and Eastern Europe and all of that sort of stuff, but. You know, it's not specifically based off of that. It doesn't take place in Poland. It takes place in the continent, you know, in a fictional world where elves, dwarves, and dragons live. So long as you live in that world, you can, cultural heritage is whatever you want it to be that day, whether you're feeling liberal or not. Now, granted, this is in the context of adapting somebody else's work. So I think the important part here isn't so much whether or not your changes disappoint fans so much as it is because the fan's interpretation is going to be all over the place. There is no singular interpretation of anything from any fandom because, you know, fandoms all take things in completely different ways. But the intent of the author is a little bit more concrete than that. So I think it does make more sense to try to adapt a work to the best of your ability in the spirit of the author's original intent. And that could mean a lot of things. It could be that, Sapkowski is totally on board with all the changes he made. He wrote these books in the 80s, or he wrote the original ones in the 80s. And sentiment changes, sentiment changes a lot in those years. Maybe there's some stuff that he wrote back then that he thinks is cringe, Like, authors retain the right to change their mind about things that they worked on, the things that they wrote. But we just don't know what Sapkowski's thoughts on. I mean, it'd be nice if somebody asked him, but I don't know. He's getting paid a pretty penny, so I don't know how willing he would be to turn around and trash this work, even if he doesn't necessarily agree with it. I guess because it's supposed to take inspiration from Polish mythology, but even that's loose. Yeah, I mean, it's there, and I had some people comment on a video that I made before about how the history of the continent closely resembles the history of countries that they're from in Europe. And I'm American brain, so who am I to say that it doesn't? But whether it closely mirrors it or not doesn't dismiss the fact that it is still fantasy. It is still a make-believe location, and you are still taking liberties with the very existence of magic and creatures and all this other sort of stuff. So, like, in light of that, skin color and all of that doesn't really make much of a difference. That's the weird part about the whole cultural heritage and ethnic makeup call out, is that, yeah, that has meaning in our world, but in the world of a fantasy novel, it only has the meaning that the original author intended. So, if Sapkowski is cool with the interpretation that she's putting out, then, who are the fans to argue foul?
Then before season 2, talking to IGN, Lauren Hisrich said of the 7-season plan, it would be a straight translation of the books. I think there's just so much material that I don't feel the need to start inventing my own to keep it going.
Now that's a crazy quote, because season 2 was almost entirely invented. Like that is the quote that is in direct contradiction to what she had said prior, or that her work is in direct contradiction to what she said. It would be a straight translation. It is definitely not that. I think there's so much material in the books that I don't feel the need to start inventing my own to keep it going. Almost the entirety of season 3 was invented, or season 2 was invented. That's wild.
There's just so much material that I don't feel the need to start inventing my own to keep it going, which is completely wrong, especially because during the promotional tour of season 2, she even admitted that she needed to make different stories because the book, just in her own words, didn't have enough action going on. So instead of keeping to Sapkowski's vision and his books and his writing, they decided to invent a new villain with Voleth Mare. And then they also did nonsensical...
That's the funny thing, and I talked about this in my video review of season 2. Voleth Mare, the Deathless Mother, she was basically just Gantaro Dim. They could have just used Gantaro Dim if they really wanted to. They could have adapted so many things that CD Projekt Red themselves invented from, whole cloth. By the way, that's another thing, is CD Projekt Red, they created this Witcher, game franchise after the books had already been written. They take place after the story of the books. So they didn't do an adaptation of the books. They just did an addendum, okay, after the books, this is what happened with Geralt. So all of that shit is completely fabricated from CD Projekt Red. And it's their interpretation. And, it just happened to be one that, the gamers really liked. They could have adapted any of that stuff. It's weird that they decided to adapt a third thing, or create a third thing. Voleth Mare. The books, I've read the books. I have them on my bookshelf in my room. I've read them, and I like them. I kind of agree that the books are thin on action and require, and for the purposes of a television show, require a bit more in order to keep it exciting. But I think that the manner in which they chose to do it probably didn't fit with what the tone and themes that actually made Geralt and The Witcher popular amongst, the fandom. And Justin and I talked about that too. It would have been much cooler if they focused a lot of the action around Geralt being a Witcher, being a detective of the supernatural. solving weird mysteries and getting into scraps with neckers and owl ghouls and stuff like that, like and just threading a story through that. That could have been cool. But, I understand where she's coming from saying that there wasn't a lot of action. There really isn't. And the books kind of jump around a bit and are a little bit convoluted. It's a tough task to adopt them. I think that's probably why CD Projekt Red opted to just create their own shit after the books. So they completely dodged that minefield entirely. They were like, yeah, we're not going to step into this boondoggle. We'll just start after the fact. And even then they had to retroactively change, spoiler alert if you ever decide to read the book. I see I've never read the books, but that makes sense. Well, at the end of the book, Geralt dies. He gets killed. And he references it in the game too. He gets killed by a pitchfork during a riot. But in the game, they just completely retcon that in the very first Witcher game. They're like, he's back, and and they just move on. They didn't have to deal with squaring that circle to any degree. So there is that. You have the liberty to do whatever you want with these fantasy properties. It's just whether or not the fans accept them will be entirely based on whether or not what you come up with is good. And that's really the core problem here is, and I told this to Justin many times, I don't really care about deviating from the source material. Like, I'm not someone that's like, you must follow the source material to the letter of the law. Not me at all. I don't care. Do whatever you need. But just do it well. Like, if it's awesome, then nobody will have a problem with it if it's awesome. You can do all the deviations. The MCU movies deviate from the comics to a tremendous degree. And, there are rumors that, it's going to further deviate from the comics when Secret Wars happened. People don't mind if it's awesome. Season 2 of The Witcher it started off awesome, and then it fell off a cliff in a hurry.
Decisions with the main actors, such as Yen almost killing Ciri, it truly is baffling the direction that this show has gone and how far it has steered away from the source material. Then there's before season 3, which is some remarks that she just made recently, in which she said that Henry Cavill will be getting the most heroic send-off, and the new season also happens to be the closest thing that we've done as a one-to-one adaptation of the books, which is just damage control.
Probably damage control. Each season has one episode that is very close to the books. In the first season, it was the Striga episode. That was probably the closest to what happens in the book. And also, that happens to be the best episode of that season. In the second episode, it's the first the second season is the first episode with Tormund Giantsbane playing the Beast, and the Bruxa. That was probably the closest, well, not probably, that was without a doubt the closest adaptation of that story in that season. And not coincidentally, it was also by far the best episode of that season. So there is some merit here to doing a one-to-one translation of these stories. But there's at least one per episode, per season. I don't know if that means there will be one in season 3. I don't know if that means there will be more than one in season 3. But there is reason to be skeptical.
Well, that's the best way to put it, because Blood Origin right now is getting destroyed. Not just by fans, but critics alike. This is something that we've talked about for the last couple of weeks, and it's just not surprising where The Witcher on Netflix currently stands, which is at its lowest point, and I honestly do not...
I watched Witcher Blood Origin. It's not that bad. I think there's just a hyper overreaction. For the critics, I think that from a critical point of view, if you're a film and TV snob and you're measuring this show next to House of the Dragon or Rings of Power or stuff like that, then yeah, I can understand the low ball on the scores. But I think it's still fairly decent. Also, I will say this for Witcher Blood Origin. If you are of the contingent that has a burr in your side about anything that you would label SJW stuff or wokeism or whatever, and basically that means that anything that involves empowering women or women being independent really pisses you off. A woman with a sword beating people pisses you off. If that's the kind of thing you talk about Mary Sue's all the time or whatever, and you just really don't like seeing that in your media, then I can certainly understand like the fan outrage from that perspective, because Witcher Blood Origin is a very ham-fisted. It has a very ham-fisted sort of girls rule, boys drool vibe about it. In the first, I think it's only 4 episodes. Like in the first maybe 2.5 episodes, there's a lot of that, and then but it also. And this is probably a part of why I didn't dislike it that much. It has a real D&D campaign kind of vibe. Like, you know, it's like a motley crew of party members with wildly differing personalities that assemble. They go on a quest, and as a part of the quest, this happens, and then that happens. And it's only 4 episodes, so it does feel like a quick D&D campaign. And as a D&D player myself, I thought that was kind of neat. I didn't feel that vibe in the first couple episodes, because I was still watching it from the lens of, oh, this is a long arc series. This is a competitor to House of the Dragon or a competitor to Rings of Power. This is something that is going to have emotional resonance, you know, as I learn and grow with these characters over the course of 10 episodes. No, that's not what it is. A lot of the critical reviews talk about how characters get short shrift in their development. Like you meet so many characters and there's not a whole lot of time to really develop it and flesh it out. That's true. It is only 4 episodes. There are a bunch of characters that get introduced, but you know, when you go in realizing that it's not going to be that kind of show, and that it's just going to be like basically a quick in and out fun fantasy jaunt, I think you can have a lot of fun with it. I think it's pretty fun from that point of view. I think the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes is completely fabricated and review bombed, but I think the critic score is a little bit closer to the truth, but still a little bit harsh, understandably so from a critical analysis perspective.
I think that it will survive this drastic downfall that it has suffered. It didn't start with Henry Cavill leaving. This is something that has been going on for the last couple of years. And the future of The Witcher just doesn't seem promising either. I remember that one of the big controversial things that we learned about last year was that there was going to be a family-friendly Witcher project coming, and I have zero faith that that's going to be done any bit of justice, especially after Blood Origin, which just spit on all of the source material and confirmed many of our suspicions, in particular the belief that Netflix and their writers think that they can do better than the source material, think they can do better than Andrzej Sapkowski and his work that he made all those years ago. And look, a talented team such as CD Projekt Red have proven that yes, you can adapt the source material, do different things with it, and it can work extremely well. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is one of the best video games of all time, and a lot of the praise is for the narrative, and that's because CD Projekt Red are talented and they actually care for this franchise. They love this material. Netflix, the writers, they do not. And these individuals aren't exactly very talented. If you look to the works, I believe the showrunner for Blood Origin, his biggest writing credit was for Iron Fist, a notorious, horrible Marvel TV show. Currently on Rotten Tomatoes.
That makes sense because the main showrunner, Lauren Hisrich, I believe, she was the showrunner for, I think, The Defenders on Netflix, Marvel's Defenders. So it would make sense that she would pull somebody who she was familiar with from the Marvel Netflix world. What a bummer. What a bummer. Season 1 of Iron Fist, and I was defending Iron Fist on MME's show the other night. Season 1 of Iron Fist was rough. Season 2 was a lot better, though. I don't know if it was done by the same person. Let me actually look that up. That's actually something that I would like to know. A kid show for Witcher of all franchises? Why? Money grab. They're trying to appeal to all audiences, cover all bases. A Witcher anime, a Witcher adult show, a Witcher kid show. They want to get it all. I don't know why you would choose The Witcher for a kid show. I'm not sure how that's even going to have an appeal to kids, to small kids at least, or even to like a family, a mother or father or whatever who might like The Witcher and, you know, has kids. Like, would they be interested in introducing their kids to like a kid-friendly Witcher? Because that's just gonna open the gateway to introducing them into the non-kid friendly Witcher. And there's a lot of non-kid friendly stuff in The Witcher, you know. So it seems like it's a weird decision to make there. Let's see, Iron Fist TV series. Executive producers. I don't know if it says who the. Buck? Scott Buck? Is that who this is?
Tomatoes, The Witcher, Blood Origin, his biggest writing credit.
So they say the okay. Let me look. Let me see. I don't see. I'm looking at Scott Bucks. That's a porn name if ever I've heard one. It doesn't have Witcher on it, but let me look up Witcher Blood Origin then. The name's Buck. Scott Buck. And I'm here to get Buck wild. Let's see, Witcher Blood Origin. Declan DeBera. Is that who it is? DeBera has worked as a writer for Advanced Cannibals. He transitioned into more adult content, working on CW's horror series The Originals, a spinoff of The Vampire Diaries, and Marvel Netflix Iron Fist. Okay. He wrote episodes of Netflix's The Witcher, as well as singing on 4 tracks of the original soundtrack. Interesting. He is the creator and showrunner of the Witcher prequel series, The Witcher Blood Origin. Okay. Well, I guess he was a writer. I don't know if it doesn't really say he's the showrunner. He says he's the showrunner of Witcher Blood Origin. Didn't say he's the showrunner of Iron Fist, so he wrote some episodes, whatever. I don't mind. I don't care. Not a stinging indictment. Maybe eyebrow raising a little, but I wouldn't count that as like a stinging indictment, to be honest.
It was for Iron Fist, a notorious, horrible Marvel TV show. Currently on Rotten Tomatoes, The Witcher Blood Origin has a review score of 33% out of 100 based off of 27 critic review scores, and an audience score of 10 out of 100 with over 3,700 user ratings. Some of the critic reviews, such as
brutalized, completely brutalized.
The derivative origin story still misses its unborn monster hunter, as a simple story about the power of simple stories fails to conjure any power of its own. And then we have one from Variety saying Blood Origin is to The Witcher television show as a slapdash downloadable expansion pack would be to the massively popular Witcher video games, only completists need apply. Hollywood Reporter says, to quote one of the characters, "It's been done to death," and that's pretty much the sentiment of all of these reviews. But to the audience, we have a lot more criticism. One saying, go play The Witcher 3 to burn this out of my mind. Don't watch if you are just discovered the myself did watch this absolute travesty of television, 4 hours of it, and it's everything I expected to be. I mean that quite literally, as Netflix's own cast were asked to give fans reasons to watch the show, and not one of them remarked on the quality of the writing, the story, or even the direction. Instead, they focused on the diversity and inclusivity of the show, which ends up being completely pointless, forgettable, and a boring generic fantasy show which has the Witcher name slapped onto it. Blood Origin has a lot of problems.
I like the actor that played the dwarf. She was great.
Boring human-like elven world. This actually is one of my biggest gripes with this adaptation, as in the books and games, the elves have such rich lore, history, and appearance, but with this show, it almost seems like Netflix and Lauren Hisrich went shopping at Dollar General for the design and lore of the elves.
The costumes in this, I will say, are bad. The costumes are pretty bad.
The wishable feature from humans that elves have is pointy fucking ears. The laziness here is quite frankly astonishing. Even worse, the elven society and culture is literally just the human world. There is no noticeable differences, but thank God the elves are diverse and all of the featured cultures and races are just everywhere.
This guy seems to have a real problem with, like, people with different skin color. Like, it doesn't matter that much, man. It really doesn't matter. Like, I don't know why that's such a point where, you go out of your way to, like, rage about it. It makes zero difference. Like, for starters, Michelle Yeoh's in it, and she's awesome, and she's great in everything she's in. I will see her in, whatever she pops up in. And she does there's some great action moments with her in it, so that's always cool. But beside that, it doesn't make a difference if, like, a character, you have a character that's not white in it, basically. Like, it doesn't make a difference whether this dude is black or if he was white. Like, his character would play the same. Like, the thing about, like, diversity is that you just want to make sure that, you don't want to look. Well, I guess there are a couple of reasons. From a business point of view, you obviously want to try to appeal to a wider audience of people who may, instinctively pull back from a show that's just all white guys. Oh, it's another show with all white guys. Whatever, I don't really care about that. You want to guard against that. And that's always been the case, which is why you've always had, even back in the days of Gilligan's Isle, you had to have the redhead, and she was diverse. That was diversity casting back in that day. A redhead is diversity casting in Hollywood back in, like, the 50s or 60s. And I'm sure there would be plenty of people, if Reddit existed back then, you'd probably have plenty of people being like, sick of all these redheads being forced down my throat, etc., etc. So it really doesn't make a difference, though, beyond just, trying to create something that doesn't overtly turn off a broad section of the people you're trying to reach out to. Because at the end of the day, they want all these people to give them money. So that's why you do stuff like that, right? And there are instances where it can be done very clumsily. Again, I don't think that the casting in and of itself is clumsy in this. I think all of the characters looked and made sense in their roles. I think a lot of the writing, I would say, is there a message that I'm not seeing? Shadownet, I think you're right. I think you're sending messages that are showing up on the stream, but they aren't popping up on my feed. Let me refresh this and maybe it'll show up. Oh, I know why. Is that it? Is that really it? That better not be the reason. Oh, I think that was the reason. Well, then what makes... Oh, I have the same option here? Oh, that's annoying. That is super annoying. Okay. I know why I sometimes miss messages then. That sucks. I'm going to have to remember to change my chat stream view from top view to live, top chat to live chat. I don't know why it defaults to top. It's really annoying whenever people complain about shit like this. Yeah, it is super annoying because it also diminishes, like, whatever criticism that they may have that's actually legitimate, it's diminished by the fact that this dude is spending so much time ranting about diversity. And it's like, okay, well, what value does all of your other critiques have when at the end of the day, all you're really pissed off about is the fact that you have to watch a black person, like that's what's really got you twisted. And now it makes me feel like you're searching for reasons to hate this because you can't just overtly use the N-word about it, right? Like that's the kind of vibe I'm getting from this. And I don't know why. And I do know why. 705,000 subscribers, 157,000 likes. That's exactly why. That's why these types of dudes lean into that shit so heavily, because there is a market for it. And it just sucks that that's the case. But I wanted to hear, I saw this. Netflix collapse, Witcher collapse. I don't know what the collapse is. He still hasn't talked about a collapse. 300,000 protests. What is this protest? I want him to get to the protest. So far, all he's talking about, he talked about Blood Origin tanking at least as far as the critical scores go. But he's spending all of his time bitching about diversity, and it's like, dude, you're gonna have to get over that at some point in time. You're never gonna. This is the message that should be delivered to all these types of people. You're never putting that toothpaste back in the tube, no matter how much you bitch about it. So just learn to live with it.
TV. So the middle of nowhere, someone a part of Dog Clan somehow tracks him down and says that they want him back. Then there is L, who is from Raven Clan.
All right, if he's gonna start spoiling, I don't want to do spoilers right now. I want to talk about this with Justin once he watches it. I will say that though, that
laughable nonsense.
I did like the way that they portrayed the conjunction of spheres.
Before the stupid monolith rock magic thing is shattered and the conjunction of the spheres occurs, in which multiple dimensions converge at the same point in space and time, pulling creatures from one world into another. As a result, humans and monsters come to the continent.
I thought that was kind of cool looking.
Cool, mysterious event in the books. In the show, it's laughable nonsense.
Nah.
Oh, and you also can't forget, this is trashy made-up fan fiction, with almost everything here coming from the think that the Witcher games...
The thing is, he says trashy made-up fan fiction. The thing is, there is like really nothing explained about the conjunction of spheres or the error of the conjunction of spheres within either the books or the games. Like, you have blurbs here and there, but any kind of story, this is the reason why they made it, any kind of story that would have to be made about it would have to be concocted from whole cloth. So call it fan fiction all you want. It was a blank space that they had the liberty to play in, and it was in a time period set in the game where, or set in the show where it's years divorced from anything involving Geralt or Ciri or Yennefer, so they didn't have to touch any of those properties. Like this show is like the farthest from an adaptation than any of the other Witcher stuff, because there was nothing to adapt. It was just an original story, really. Original story that used similar words. And, you're either if you dislike it, then okay, you dislike it. Maybe it didn't tickle your fancy the right way. But it's calling it fan fiction to me is it's an inaccurate read of what you're actually looking at, because it doesn't take any established characters or anything like that. It's all original characters and an original story. So I mean, it's just a whole new thing. Hello, it is me, and I got COVID on my only break in months. So when I was delirious, I saw that show, David and the Gnome, and bro, that ending was emotional as hell for a show that was on Nick Jr. Hey, what's up, Maniacal Toaster? I'm sorry you got COVID. You don't still have it now, do you? Do you have COVID right now? I hope not, man. I hope you got over it, but if not, then I wish you a speedy recovery. And also a Happy New Year. I wish you that too. I never actually watched David and the Gnome. I guess I was too old for Nick Jr. by the time that may have dropped. But funny to see that it has an emotional ending. It's been about 8 days. I can't hear out of my left ear anymore. Oh my God, you can't hear out of your left ear? That's terrifying, man. Do you have are you running a fever? Can you still taste and smell things? Like, that's been the thing that I've been hearing about from people that I knew who got it. Is it like a pain in your left ear, or did it just evaporate one day? I can still taste and smell smells, thankfully. Okay, good. Really bad ear infections. God damn, that sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you get over that quickly. It's not a good way to ring in the new year. But I guess maybe you could look at it as getting it out of the way at the start of the year.
or a spiritual successor to his actual books, and he was also upset that a lot of people viewed the games better than the books. He doesn't care about this production because supposed staff members of him being toxic and difficult to work with. Dialogue creates a fantastic comparison to Saints Row the remake. The bizarre rumors from supposed staff members of him being toxic and difficult to work with make a lot more sense now, because even
Never heard of people losing hearing from COVID. Yeesh, that's horrifying. Yeah, I haven't heard that either. This is the first time. And that sucks, man. That really sucks. David the Gnome is some gnome sort of documentary about gnomes, which is very funny, but they established that David took 300 years to write a single journal. Me too, David. Damn. Wait, so like it's a documentary that's on Nick Jr.?
these rumors aside, we know that there have been creative differences in the past between Cavill and the writers. Lauren Hissrich and Henry Cavill admitted as much, and Redanian Intelligence, a notable source in everything regarding The Witcher, confirmed this was a specific reason why Cavill was actually considering leaving after Season 2. Cavill wanted something faithful, and he didn't get it. He wanted to do fans right, but it looks like he was all alone with that goal. Even the man who first made Geralt of Rivia famous through video games stated his own disappointment with the direction that the show has taken.
Geralt actor Doug Cockle says Witcher Netflix writers deviated severely from source material. Quote, I personally don't understand the choice. I think that's why Henry's leaving. Huh, well, I like Doug Cockle as a voice actor. I didn't know that he also kind of stated his
Recently
disagreements with it.
Cavill's departure and the state of the show.
The chat says that he's leaving because he doesn't agree with the storylines that the writers have been developing. And if that's the case, I can completely understand that, because Henry is such a huge fan of the games and the books. And the writers on the Netflix series have chosen, for whatever reason they did so, to deviate quite severely from the books and the games. Whether that's good or not, it's down to what you like, you know. I personally don't understand the choice, but there you go. I think that's why Henry's leaving.
In my last video, we talked about Henry Cavill.
It was on Nick Jr., now it's on YouTube, and there's like 3 reboots because people really liked David. Which is funny because the last episode is Dave and his wife turning 400 and saying gnomes don't live past 400. So, oh, geez. So they say their final goodbyes to their friends and leave to die on a mountain. Damn, dude. That is how they ended a show on Nick Jr. It was on Nick Jr. and the whole thing was, well, we're 400 now. We're going to go die in the mountains. That's how they ended it? That's pretty brutal, man. That would have, if I saw that as a kid, that would scar me. I would be terribly sad about that.
And the
there are people that still never forgave Steve from Blue's Clues for going to college.
Involved in the production of The Witcher have tried to make it out to be that Henry Cavill was the problem. He was the reason why this show wasn't good. We saw various actresses and other individuals on Twitter saying that Henry Cavill was misogynistic, he was red-pilled, his video game obsession.
Yeah, I read this. This is I don't buy this at all. Like I don't buy this at all. I don't know what the intent of this whole, it feels like a smear campaign too. It feels like a weird smear campaign. So I don't really know if any credence should be lended to it. I don't know if he's going to read the message or not.
Is why The Witcher on Netflix has suffered, which is truly baffling.
Let me see. Do I have it? Do I still have that up somewhere? I don't know if I have it up. Here it is. Oh boy. I recently got this message and somebody was like, do you want to know what really went down? Maybe I should do a dramatic reading of this. I haven't done a dramatic reading in many, many months. I got to find the right, hold on. See if I can find the right music for the background here. All right, I think this will work. Hold on a second. Let me go back to here. It wasn't even casual. It was a super emotional final goodbye with with crying, and they decided to pick up a friend to take with them so he doesn't have to die alone. Oh my God. This is the first time I ever heard of Henry being misogynistic. Doesn't sound credible. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's the first time, and it just sounds weird. I'm not gonna instantly throw out the idea since I don't know the guy, but that sounds like it came out of left field. Well, even more so when you hear the context of this message. So let me get going here. I recently got this message, and somebody was like, "Do you want to know what really went down?" And I was like, "Sure." So let me just read it. It says, "At the beginning of the show, Henry was good to work with. A lot of unusual demands that made people feel like he wasn't really a team player, but that's not unusual for a big star." Well, let me turn this down just a little, just a smidge. Though in TV, it truly usually doesn't happen until the second season. But in season 2 and 3, something shifted, and he became really impossible for women to work with, which is always a big problem. But even worse here, because the showrunner is a woman. He would try to overrule her and try to get changes made last minute across the board without her knowledge, which, if you know anything about showrunning, is completely fucked. The showrunner has to sign off on every minuscule detail down to the buttons on a costume. Female writers and directors were suddenly completely ignored on set, unable to do their jobs. Every department head was complaining. He started making comments. It wasn't a sexual thing. He wasn't grabbing anyone or being lewd, but it was disrespectful and toxic all the same. What? He's deeply addicted to video games, to the point where it was like working with any other addict. Jesus Christ, come on now. He was distracted, he was late, he was obsessive. And a lot of people think that the misogyny came from gamer world. Video game bro language is not how you talk to coworkers. And he wouldn't stop. Someone on the show compared it to watching get brainwashed by QAnon. Like, his whole personality shifted. Eventually, his disrespect escalated. He would rewrite scenes without even alerting the other actors in the scenes until it was time to shoot. He decided that he didn't want any romantic scenes at all. No kissing, no shirtless scenes, etc. He wanted complete control of storylines, but really had no idea of the limitations of TV, structure, budget, etc. He formed a weird alliance with one writer who was also a gamer, who eventually got fired after multiple HR complaints were made. And after that writer left, Henry did anything he could to hold up production and cause problems. Eventually, top brass at Netflix was tired of him costing them money with delays in HR investigations, and the showrunner was asked to construct a potential exit for him. Netflix reached out to him personally. What the fuck is going on there? There's like a crazy light flashing in the yard behind my house. What is this? Fucking psychos. Netflix reached out to him personally, and he was given one final warning and violated that warning with an email he sent to the entire writing staff right after that meeting. That was it. Oh shit, Henry Cavill is a fucking psycho. I love this. Like, this is obviously so fake and contrived. Like, it's obviously, like, first of all, like, don't ever say that fucking, you know, being disrespectful. We don't even know what disrespectful means. Like, disrespectful can be a whole broad range of things depending on like the context and the person that you're interacting with. Don't ever say that being disrespectful is the same type of toxicity as grabbing someone or being lewd or whatever. Like, sexual assault and being disrespectful in some other vague way are on equal footings. Like, that's fucking insane. And that diminishes, like, the severity of actual sexual assault. Like, it's fucking insane. And then, like, I love all of this other talk where it's like, we think that the misogyny came from Gamer World. It's like, come on. It's very obvious that what somebody did here was, like, all of the animosity and the consternation around Henry Cavill being a big fan of the Witcher games, and also not really liking the direction that the show was going in. They're just saying, oh, that's just a result of him being a gamer, and you know what those gamers are like. We don't need to tell you what gamers are like, right? Like, we all remember Gamergate. We all know somebody who had a bad experience on Reddit or something. Like, you know what gamers are like. That's basically Henry Cavill, and that's why that show's been having some problems. Like, this is pathological. Like, this is a psychotic. I don't know. Like, I think this was reported on a Reddit forum somewhere, of course, but like, the idea that this is gaining any level of traction, that Henry Cavill is, like, you know, a misogynist who was overruling, like, first and foremost, Henry Cavill has been referred to on the set of The Witcher as being a lore master, and a lot of the things that has at least come out, like, I don't know how many changes he's actually responsible for, but the ones that have come out were ones that, you know, were largely greeted positively. Like, in season 2 when Roach dies, and originally Geralt was gonna quip about Roach's death, and Cavill was like, he wouldn't do that. Like, Roach is an emotional, you know, confidant to him. It would be a different type of scene, and like, they actually worked that in there. You know, like, that was a good change. And it was a change that happened because Henry Cavill was more familiar with the character than the writers were. That's fine. That's totally fine. But the writing room for The Witcher has been taking an absolute beating ever since season 1, and fair enough, I've been a part of that too. I've been a part of that too. I've got plenty of videos wailing on Witcher season 1 and 2. This seems like it's counter ops. This is like, okay, the writing team can't come out and actually, you know, lambast Henry Cavill directly. So we're gonna start leaking this stuff. We're gonna, like, this is definitely written, like, you know, this has all the same structure and believability of something that was written by that staff. Yeah, and, you know, somebody there wrote it and then pushed it out to try to shift the narrative away from the writer's room of The Witcher being, you know, uniquely shitty, to Henry Cavill being like some quasi-violent misogynist or whatever. Which, you know, I don't think it's gonna have legs. Jesus, lol. He formed an alliance with another writer who got fired. Okay, I'm sorry, but you need some source for that, or at least the name. Exactly, like, that part is super sketch. And they're saying that this other writer got fired for multiple HR complaints. Like, what? Like, what does that even mean? Like, HR complaints, for starters, we don't know if this other writer is, you know, even a thing that exists. I'm assuming they're alluding to Bo DeMeo, who is a producer of X-Men 97. He was the one that came out and said that there were writers in the writer's room who didn't like and openly made fun of the source material. I'm assuming they're alluding to him, but like without any kind of like source or any kind of detail on what these supposed HR violations are. It's just comes across as being obvious nonsense. Like it's just it's pathetic. I'm not convinced by what's presented thus far. He's some secret sexist, but he could be. I'm staying neutral till I hear more evidence. Yeah, I'm not even saying that he's not. I'm saying that this particular piece of quote unquote evidence is silly. It's very silly. Like, and they drop all sorts of weird buzzwords and shit. Like, you know, they're talking about gamers. You know how gamers are. He was obsessive like a gamer. They call him an addict. He was like an addict, and it was just like he's deeply addicted to video games to the point where it's like working with any other addict. It's like, really, any other addict? You're basically taking the word addict and trying to like, you know, equate Henry Cavill to being like a heroin or opium addict or like a meth addict or whatever from just video games. You know, all because like the source material that, you know, you're doing a piss poor job of adapting happens to come from a video game that he likes. You know, like it's ridiculous. QAnon, brainwashed by QAnon. Like there's so much bullshit in here that you can't really take it seriously as like any kind of credible allegation. Like, for starters, there's not really any real specific allegation. You know, it's just that, you know, if you take away all the spicy peppers in here, he had some problems with the writing and, you know, was trying to you know, get changes made, which he's admitted to. He's admitted to such, and that much has come out. You know, he's very openly talked about, you know, trying to adhere to the source material, you know, take away all the spice. And that's basically all that this article says is, yeah, he had problems with the writing, and he tried to get the writing changed, and, you know, eventually, sometimes it worked, and sometimes it didn't. That's pretty much the long and short of it. The background music is perfect. Darkest Dungeon never fails. Yeah, they're definitely two different things. They're almost as bad as the anti-SJWs, not gonna lie. Trying to imply anyone who plays games must therefore be likely to be misogynistic is absurd. When has he ever mentioned QAnon? Like, yeah, I mean, the QAnon thing is just like, that's meant for people that, you know, that aren't super steeped in this shit. It's for them. All they need to see is QAnon. Oh no, Henry Cavill is like a Q person? And then without doing any level of like, you know, investigation, they just walk away going, ah man, did you hear about Henry Cavill? Yeah, apparently he's like some Q dude who's really like abusive to women. It kind of sucks, you know? Like, ah man, that's a bummer. I didn't know that about him. Like that's pretty much all that is. You know, you just seed that out there and then, you know, people run away with it, which is, you know, I mean, to me, that's borderline libel, if not outright libelous. Like, if you could figure out the source that this came from, you might have a lawsuit on your hands, to be honest. Never mind, my bad, but still, what the fuck? The fact that it's being compared to that is insane. Never mind what? I'm not sure what you're referring to there. Lol, I forgot to come back. Well, welcome back, Bianca. Just looking over this absolute insanity, these weirdo accusations, I guess, or this weirdo accusation, I should say. What time is it even? I don't know if I want to finish watching any more of this video, to be honest. This dude is kind of like I don't know.
Stuff. I did see a couple comments that were on my actual video go viral on Twitter, in which it looks like some people may or may not have been a part of the production, defended Cavill. We had one comment saying, I'm friends with some of the staff at The Witcher show. A lot of them feel the same way as Cavill, but the writers are horribly toxic. There was also
and that's the thing. It's turning into this he said, she said weirdness where it's like the writers are toxic. No, Henry Cavill is toxic. It's like, well, I'm friends with Henry Cavill and he's not toxic, but those writers, they're really toxic. And it's like, and toxic is another one of those buzzwords that they're tossing out too. Like, a disagreement is not toxic. You can have disagreements and be not toxic, you know? Like, and it's perfectly okay. Like, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine to have, for artists, and these people are all artists, it's perfectly fine for artists to have differences of opinion, differences of direction, and, you know, sometimes fights happen. You know, sometimes fights happen. That's not necessarily toxic. You know, not all confrontation is toxic. You know, toxic needs to mean a very specific thing, you know, and disrespect even needs to mean a very specific thing. If somebody thinks that, you know, if a writer, you know, comes to you with, okay, here are a couple of pages, and then you're like, you know, I don't really know if I don't know if I like the direction that this is going. I feel like it should be like this, and instead, like, is that disrespectful? Do people think that's disrespecting the writer? Like, well, this writer spent, you know, this is a professional writer. This is what they do for a living. You know, they went to college for whatever, literature, English, whatever you do to get a fucking degree in writing, if that's what you need to do. They have all of this credentials. They have all of these points, writing for this show and that show. And, you know, they've done this professionally. Like, you shouldn't disrespect them by having opinions on the things that they're writing. Like, is that what disrespect means? Because I don't think that's disrespectful at all. Like, I think it's perfectly, like, it's a part of the, and all of this art, all art is collaborative. It's part of the collaborative process to be able to have these situations where you bounce an idea off of somebody and, you know, you see how receptive they are to it. Now, at the end of the day, you know, there is going to have to be a decision made. Okay, we're going to do this and not this. And that's where a showrunner comes in. That's where you have the person that has that final say. Like, okay, what's the disagreement here? What is the vibe we're going for? Like, what's the actual tone? Like, do we get there in this way? How is it different than the way that you propose, etc.? And then, okay, as the final arbiter of this dispute, I say we go this way, you know, and that's fine. That's not toxic. That's perfectly normal, you know, and people feel a certain way about it. And, you know, that certain way might be anger. It might be frustration. Okay, that's fine. You know, artists are that way, but it's not toxic. You know, it's normal. It's a part of the process. It can get toxic for certain. And if Henry Cavill had stuck around past season 3, then maybe there is a potential for it to get toxic. Like, you know, there's a reason why bands break up over, you know, differences of direction or opinion or whatever, you know, like, because that shit can get toxic. It can get toxic. And maybe it did with The Witcher. I didn't see any real evidence of that, certainly not in that weirdo write-up, but maybe it did. I'm not even saying that it didn't. But I think that we need to understand what the broad definition of toxic is that's being used in the context of, like, these he said, she saids. Like, I see that word now. Toxic is like woke to me. I see woke and my eyes roll and I'm like, oh God, all right. So what motherfucker is misusing this word this time? I'm toxic. I have that reaction to now, unless it's that Britney Spears song. Damn, some of my messages are still not being seen on your end. What? Wait, huh? Oh no, how are the messages not? Oh man, this sucks. I don't know why. Cause it's not just Streamlabs. It's not just Streamlabs that's not displaying the message. It's also Oh wait, no. I see what you're. Oh no. I see the message. I see it. I see what you were referring to. I'm sorry. I skipped. My eyes jumped over that line. When has he ever mentioned QAnon? Okay. I see what you're talking about. That sucks. I thought it was already confirmed that the person who made the article about Cavill being hated was a lie. They both that on Twitter and said they were sorry. They said that on Twitter. Speech to text. Okay, I didn't see that part. They said it was. Wait, they said they were sorry? Wait, hold on a second. Who on Twitter said that? That's a little bit more than just being like, I'm sorry. That's like you were actively trying to commit libel. You know.
Comment which says, I've been on set with Henry, can confirm he is nothing but the gracious, patient, kind, and passionate guy you see in interviews. And those remarks are nothing new. That's what Henry...
I mean, at least that guy has a name and face attached to him, attached to his words. So I certainly give that more credence than the mysterious text blob. One of the guys I was working with, despite us generally being asked not to speak to actors, went up to him to express his fandom as a general fan of the Witcher books and games and Henry's portrayal of Geralt. Just before he was about to head on to the set for filming, all makeup done and ready to go, and he was nothing but gracious to us random dudes on set, said thank you, and that he really appreciated it and carried on doing his work. He's professional and also seemingly unflappable, not easy for the rest of the industry to take when he decides he doesn't like their angle and steps away. It was a woman saying sorry that she spread misinformation and should have done research first. Okay, so it was the person that shared that. I don't know her name, but it was in our group chat. Oh, okay. I must have missed. I mean, there's a lot in the group chat, so I miss a lot of things.
Kind and passionate guy. He's been in Hollywood. He is a stand-up...
All right, so basically, you know, I guess that's probably the long and short of it, honestly. Although this article came out, this video came out 8 hours ago, and he says the attacks continue, so I don't know if there's anything new. If there's like a new slanderous charge. I need to do more dramatic readings. I need to get a robust library of dramatic reading music. Come on, YouTube, what's the matter with you?
The same way as Cavill, but the writers are horribly toxic. There was also another many of these reviews perpetuate get more reasons to watch it. Was it perfect? No. Was it fun? F yeah. But yeah, a lot of memes with this. And then this was one of the most top votes on the Witcher subreddit. No, fans are just toxic gamers. We don't do feel about all of this. And I think the Witcher fans brought up the fact that Sapkowski also did some recent interviews which made clear he doesn't care about this show at all. He also probably only thinks again that his books are the true care about the fans.
Wait, is Sapkowski actually talking about this?
He's about this and breathing embodiment of Geralt. Even the book author said so. So why should we even care about this show going forward? It just reeks of incompetence and arrogance. A great point. And Hisrich said the author of the book, a friend of mine, also said, and I quote, I congratulate Lauren and her team on their excellent work. Adapting my books is not an easy task. I watched with great joy.
Even the book author said so. Well, I need to see the actual quote.
Brought up the fact that Sapkowski also did some recent interviews which made clear.
Where's the Sapkowski interview then?
In the show adaptation, Sapkowski recently. They asked him, what do you think translated best?
I do not like working too hard or too long. One of the best videos I ever watched was a video of Andrei Sapkowski. This was several years ago. I don't know what it was for. I don't know what it was for, but he was making a potato soup and he was talking about life and he was making a lot of like analogies of life being like potatoes, and it was seriously the most Eastern European thing I've ever seen in my life. This old Polish dude just obsessing over potatoes while making a potato soup. Like, I was like, this man, he had such like a ornery kind of presence too, like a curmudgeon, like a potato soup obsessed curmudgeon. And I was like, okay, this man is a man after my own heart. I hope that one day I can be a potato obsessed curmudgeon. Yeah, this just seems this quote here just seems to fit right in with the vibe of Sapkowski. I do not like working too hard or too long. A refreshingly honest talk with The Witcher's creator.
To screen in the show adaptation, Sapkowski.
That was from 2020. This article is January 27th, 2020. So this was like about 1 month, probably exactly 1 month after the first season of The Witcher dropped.
What do you think translated best to screen in the show adaptation, Sapkowski? My name appears in the credits. I cannot praise the show. It would not be decent. IO9 that. asks, what do you feel did not successfully translate to screen in the show adaptation? Subskowski, I would have to be an idiot to say my name appears in the credit.
That's not. I mean, that's neither a confession or an indictment or anything. Like, it's just, he's basically acknowledging the conflict of interest in, his having any kind of comment on the show. Like, he could trash it if he wants, but then, like, he would hurt his ability to make money off of his property. Why would he do that? He could praise it and juice up his ability to make money off of his product, but then after that, like, is that ethical? Is that an ethical thing for him to say or do? If he doesn't believe it, he's just trying to do it to bilk money out of people. Well, I mean, if both roads lead to the damned, then the best thing to do is to say no comment. But then again, that is also the lesson of this is the lesson of the lesser evil in the Witcher series. I feel like he failed to learn his own lesson.
It's quite clear Subkowski doesn't care about this. I would actually be surprised if he's even watching. And then IO9 also asks, what are you most looking forward to with the future of The Witcher show, which has already been renewed for season 2? Allow me to quote Joe Abercrombie, the author whose book are very much to my liking. Life is basically effing that. Best to keep your expectations low. You'll be pleasantly surprised. Like I said, Subkowski just doesn't care. He was
Okay, that's a little bit more of a tell than I think his prior quotes, and very much so in keeping with the ornery nature of that dude. People are starting to fire fireworks off. I don't know. Okay, night and happy New Year. Hey, good night. Thanks for stopping by. I think I may actually call it myself. I do want to stop in to Brian's stream for a little bit, and I want to get some food. And I think I may actually end up going out to celebrate the New Year myself. So let me wrap this up. Also, these psychos are in my backyard.
Subkowski admitted not very much on my own request. I do not like working too hard or too long.
It's okay,
By the way, I do not like working at all. So that is Subkowski. That's why Lauren Hisrich using his remarks that he's heavily involved or really likes what they're doing. I don't believe it for a second. I don't think any Witcher fans believe it either. Now, we did see some of the Blood Origin cast set up in terms of on protect themselves in their small screen, but like the character.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else in here. I think we covered the main meat of this. All right. Well, I guess that's gonna be it for me today. Let me see. Where am I? Let's go. All right. It's a rare early daytime to early evening stream for me, and not a stream at 2 in the morning. Good job. Good stream. Good job. Hey, thanks, Manalgo Toaster. I appreciate that. It's good to see you again. I'm sorry that you're suffering from COVID. I hope you recover very quickly. I hope you have a good New Year. Happy New Year's to you. I don't know if you would count 2022 on the good or bad side of your ledger, but I hope 2023 goes better all the same. So, and thanks for joining me, Shadow Knight, as always. Thanks for joining me, Retro Bro and Bianca. Always happy to have you guys in the chat. Happy New Year's to all you guys as well. Again, I say you guys. Guys to me is gender neutral. I know I should probably say happy New Year's to everyone. I like guys, though. Yeah, you got a couple of wise guys over here. Fun stream as always, man. Thanks again, and Happy New Year. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Happy New Year to y'all. Be safe. Enjoy your night. I will probably be streaming again on... Wait, hold on. Tuesday. I feel like I have something to do on Tuesday, but I can't remember what. I think no, you know what? I don't think I do. I think I will be streaming again on Tuesday, so just stop by on Tuesday. First stream of the new year. Maybe I'll beat Tactics Ogre then. Till then, see you guys later.